Once again, we see the market continuing its uptrend. In fact, the SPY has made a new all-time high today, making an impressive reaction, rejecting any previous possibility of a top signal. However, this afternoon, we see many stocks losing momentum, which makes the situation a little complicated. So in this video, we're gonna see what's going on over here, what to expect next, and how to proceed. My name is Nathan, you are watching the Finance Hydra channel, where we talk about every single day technical analysis, price action, statistics, and much more. Let's analyze, let's study the market together. Welcome or welcome back to another video. Now, as we can see here, the SPY is materializing a bearish candlestick pattern. But Nathan, we made a new all-time high today. Yes, that's fantastic. However, today's candle is still bearish. Right now, the price is roughly on the break-even, all right, relative to yesterday's close. But when we take a look at the 1-hour chart, for instance, the bull trend is clearly intact. We still see a series of higher highs, higher lows. We are still trading above the 21-day EMA, the 21-hour EMA, the exponential moving average over here. So the trend is still clearly intact, all right? However, we see a bearish candlestick today. Could this be a top signal? Well, of course it could. However, SPY needs to trigger this top signal. And the most important thing of all, as long as the bias, as long as the trend remains bullish on the 1-hour chart, we are not going to see any pullback on the daily chart. Nathan, what if we see a pullback on the daily chart in the next few days? The 574 along with the 21-day EMA will be a very strong double support area. Any pullback to this key point could be just another buying opportunity because we are still in a bull trend on the daily chart. The bias is clearly bullish, and as you guys know me, I always advise to not fight the trend. Therefore, any pullback could be just another buying opportunity if we see a bottom signal triggered near the support level. All right, so there are many conditions that SPY needs to meet in order to materialize a pullback and then another bullish continuation chart structure. But Nathan, what if the SPY loses this double support level? Then we're gonna see a pullback on the weekly chart, possibly to the 565, or in the worst case scenario, to the 21-week EMA down here. All right, so for now, let's watch the 574 area very, very closely. Meanwhile, we see the QQQ. Unlike the SPY, the QQQ couldn't materialize a new all-time high today. In fact, we are quite far away from the $500, so this one is clearly less bullish than the SPY. However, we are struggling around a very important resistance level, 493, the previous gap resistance level, which did act as a resistance level 1, 2, 3, 4 times over here. Right now, we are stabilizing around this key point. Is the trend bullish or bearish? It is clearly bullish. Why? Because we are doing higher highs, higher lows. We are still above the 21-day EMA, which is still pointing upwards, by the way. So everything here indicates that from a technical point of view, mid-term speaking, we are in a bull trend. Long-term speaking, we are also in a bull trend. We are inside this ascending channel. We are above the 21-week EMA. However, if we see a top signal over here, as far as I know, any pullback to the 21-week EMA, or maybe even in the worst case scenario, to the support line of this ascending channel, could be an acceptable pullback. Not surprising, not scary at all. However, we should be very, very careful because although it is not going to be enough to reverse the long-term trend, it is annoying to see the QQQ dropping more than 7%, all right? So for now, let's watch this support area. The first one is the 21-day EMA. By losing this moving average, then the situation will start to look more complicated, but the most important support level to me is the 477, the previous bottom level over here, all right? So by losing this key point, the SPY will materialize, will frustrate the idea of higher highs, higher lows, making a new lower low. In this case, we may see a midterm reversal. And how this is going to affect our stocks? For instance, we see Nvidia. This one over here is making a bearish reaction. Yes, we did a new all-time high on Nvidia, $140.89, just a few cents above the previous all-time high from June this year over here. We did a new record high, so congratulations to Nvidia. However, we are materializing a bearish candlestick pattern today, which could be a top signal. As far as I know, this top signal has a name. It is called shooting star candlestick pattern, which is a quite reliable reversal candlestick pattern. However, it needs to trigger this pattern first. If we do see Nvidia triggering a top signal below the all-time high resistance level, we could see very easily a pullback to the 130s again, which is very close to the 21-day EMA over here, all right? Any pullback to this area is not gonna be enough to actually reverse the bullish bias, but we should be very careful in this area because we are talking about a pullback of roughly 7% over here, all right? So yes, let's watch out this shooting star candlestick pattern. And guys, to learn more about technical analysis and how to trade each of the patterns we see in this video, well, you can join our educational project, the 5% project, and learn to trade in practice with us every single day. It's free to try, and what's more, you get as a bonus our exclusive ebook on technical analysis, which is 100% free and will be yours forever. There you will learn how to trade every single pattern, every single chart pattern over here successfully like a professional trader. So just take a look at our website, link in the video's description. All right. Now, regarding Tesla, this one is still moving sideways. It is gonna report earnings in 6 days next week. Therefore, the volatility will certainly increase next week. But for now, we are just stabilizing the price over here. When we take a look at the 1-hour chart, we see nothing more, nothing less than a series of candlesticks side by side. Now, the 21-hour EMA is acting as a quite reliable resistance level for Tesla, suggesting that there is still some bearish pressure over here. And the AMD is also looking very bearish. We are still below the 21-hour EMA. I'm so sorry, the 21-day EMA, and of course the 21-hour EMA over here as well, acting as a quite reliable resistance level for AMD. Do we see any bottom signal? No. But Nathan, we are very close to the 158 support level. If AMD reacts over here, that would be fantastic, right? Yes, it would. However, there is no technical evidence suggesting that it is going to react, all right? There is no bottom signal over here. In this scenario, in the absence of a bullish reaction, our next technical target is the next technical support, 148. Palantir is also correcting. When we take a look at the 1-hour chart, we see the 21-hour EMA acting as a resistance level as well. However, on the daily chart, we are still very bullish, suggesting that in the past few days, we have been just correcting, all right? If we see a bullish reaction above the 21-day EMA, or maybe even above the $38 over here, okay, the bullish bias will remain intact. Palantir will probably seek the all-time high next, period. However, if we lose this double support level, these two support levels, we may see a top signal on the weekly chart below the $45. Just like Nvidia could materialize a top signal on the daily chart below the all-time high, which would be very annoying, which would suggest a sharper correction. Palantir is also on the verge of materializing a top signal on the weekly chart. that's quite problematic because any bearish reaction over here could take us back to the 21-week EMA, which is right now around $32. So let's watch out. Let's be aware of these two key support levels on the daily chart because it all depends on how Palantir will react above these two key points. And the ASML, this one you guys have been asking me to analyze. This one dropped a lot over here after earnings. Right now, we are trying to stabilize. Okay, fantastic, but is this a reliable bottom signal? Well, it is a quite dangerous one, okay? It is not a very good one. In fact, when we take a look at the weekly chart, we see a few massive bearish candlestick patterns over here. And just like Palantir, I'm so sorry, ASML rejected this bearish candlestick pattern over here. This one could reject this week's candle as well. However, we got a break and close above this week's high along with the 21-week EMA. And then, and only then, ASML will actually turn bullish long-term speaking. So far, we are just collapsing. We don't see any meaningful bottom signal yet. But Nathan, we are right around the previous support level near $700. Yes, we are, but there is no technical evidence suggesting a bottom signal yet. We could see, yes, we could, but so far there is none. If we see one, great. ASML could reverse the trend. We could seek the all-time high next, but so far the situation is still quite delicate. And if you ask me, this reaction is not even a very scary one because when this one reported earnings in July this year, we dropped 12%. Right now, we are dropping 16%. We dropped 16% after earnings, so it is not unusual to see this company dropping that much after earnings, all right? So I don't see this as an uncommon situation, but we could see an opportunity if we see a bottom signal confirmed around here. NIO is also collapsing, all right? This one collapsed from the $7 to the $5. 33% drop, all right? It is a massive drop. However, we are on the verge of retesting our next technical support level, $4.97. If we materialize a bullish reaction above this bottom signal, we are gonna trigger a bounce. We are not actually going to reverse the trend, but we may see a bounce again to the 21-day EMA or maybe even to the 605 again. But so far, no meaningful bullish reaction. If we see one, well, the timing couldn't be better because we are right above the 21-week EMA over here. So could we see a bottom signal in the next few days? Yes, the timing would be perfect. However, there is no bullish reaction yet. Of course, I'm gonna keep you guys updated on this channel every single day. So if you are still watching this video and you are not a subscriber, well, I invite you to subscribe because I'm here every single day talking about technical analysis, price action. You will receive unbiased analysis because here in this channel, it is never about my personal opinion, all right? It is always about the technique in a professional manner. So just subscribe, click the like button if you did like the video, and remember to take a look at our website, link in the video description. Boost your performance with the 5% project. Thank you very much for your audience. Stay safe. See you guys tomorrow.